Welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser-played games or forgotten settings the roll of the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, and on this bonus 5th Monday release, I am thrilled to bring you the first installment of Grab Bag Gaming. For this show, we'll be running a one-shot of a system none of us have ever played. I've taken some time to learn the rules, but please forgive us any rules mistakes. So join us as we discover if this system is campaignable or one-shot glory in Grab Bag Gaming Exalted 3rd Edition. Hello, and welcome to the RPG Blender for our first edition of Grab Bag Gaming, where nobody knows the system, nobody's played it. I'm going to try to guide you through it, guide you through character creation, and we're going to learn this thing together. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I like the name, Grab Bag Gaming.
No, that's great.
That's good.
Well, that's good, because now it's recorded, it's stuck.
Right. Nobody ever goes behind recordings.
Never. Never.
All right, what do you got for us?
What do I got for you? Well, today we've got Rich and Craig with us here.
Howdy.
Say hello, folks.
My mouth is full.
Well, that's too bad for you.
Perfect introductions. Howdy. My mouth is full. Keeping that going.
In an age long past, demons walked the land in human form. These tyrants possessed power none could match, and they used it to seize power. Cities were leveled in their infernal squabbles as their golden fire scoured the land. Creatures of silver flesh stalked the wilds, devouring those unlucky enough to cross their path. It seemed only a matter of time before the anathema would destroy all of creation. But among the subjugated masses were those blessed by the power of the elemental dragons. These dragon-blooded possessed their own powers, and though they could not match the strength of anathema on their own, their numbers knew no limits. They saw the plight of the lesser creatures subjected to the depredations of anathema and knew they must act. During the Feast of Calibration, the 5 days when the sun, the moon, the stars grow dark and shroud the lands in twilight, the Dragonbloods rose against the tyrants. With their superior numbers, they fought the injustice. Though many of them were slain by the anathema, they prevailed. The anathema were struck down, and their shards of hellfire caged and sunk into the deepest sea, preventing them from choosing a new host and being reborn. The world was then able to begin to heal. The Dragonbloods formed the shogunate to unite creation, and a new golden age was formed. But it was not to last. A plague spread across the land, striking down 9 in 10 people. From the boundary of creation, the fair folk invaded. Without the threat of the anathema, they struck, unmaking the land itself to return it to the formless chaos.
This place sucks.
The shogunate fell. But creation was not finished. One Dragonblood rose, laying claim to the realm defense grid, an ancient, terrible weapon, and turned it on the invaders. The creatures were scoured from existence, and survivors forced back into the wild. The woman who saved creation became the Scarlet Empress, ruler of the realm. And so it was for many years. Wild hunts were formed to stop these threats from recurring, to hunt any anathema who should escape their prison, to guard against the fair folk, or to put down newer threats like the Deathlord Mask of Winter and his abyssal champions. Life continued. Then, 5 years ago, the Scarlet Empress vanished during calibration. The realm exists now on the cusp of outright civil war, and should it fall, should the wild hunts fail, the old threats may find their path back to seek their terrible vengeance. Both of you are scions of one of the great houses of the realm. While you have not yet received the blessing of a dragon, you are of the age where it could manifest itself. And it's expected that it will happen before too long. For training, your houses have sent you to the Immaculate Order to study their ways and one day lead the wild hunts yourselves. Now at last, after years of rigorous training, you are to be brought into the field, part of the retinue of a full dragon-blooded monk. You will provide support to them in their mission to capture or eliminate the recently revealed anathema near Dathesk, a small village in the northeastern threshold. The anathema, a forsaken, was not caught prior to rebirth, so you must act swiftly to prevent it from gaining a foothold and rising to challenge the realm's stability. But first, who are you? What skills do you bring to the Immaculate Order? Are you a skilled soldier or a commander of a talent of fighting men? Are you a seeker of knowledge learned in history and the peoples of the realms? Or a student of the occult? A burgeoning sorcerer taking your first steps into the shaping of essence? Are you a leader learning to swim the muddied river of court intrigue? Or an agent working with friends best left unnamed to complete the jobs others would refuse? What kind of hero will you be?
No, I don't know. Hero stuff. I don't know.
So just to list out all the tumultuous things that are keeping us on the absolute edge of oblivion. There's the abyssals, or the demon people, right?
The anathema. Well, the anathema is a collective term for all of these horrific things.
Right.
Oh,
Blanket term for just bad stuff.
Yes.
Oh, man, I ran into a real anathema today. You know what I mean? That door just slammed right on my foot.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Okay, so all the things that make up the anathema are demons. The defense crit at some point in time, I guess, because it killed everybody.
Oh, that's like a double-edged,
The defense
anathema.
grid was one of the weapons of those demons that was able to be used by the Empress.
To kill all of the Fae,
Yes.
who are also part of the anathema.
Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Who are from the shapeless chaos outside of creation and are trying to undo creation itself to bring it back into the chaos that they feel is natural.
Cool. And then, the Death Mask, who has some Abyssal Knights.
Yeah.
Cool. No. All right.
The Death Lord Mask of Winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a hopeful world you come into here.
Cool. But hey, we've been working hard. I did my workout. I ate my Wheaties. I read some books. I am literate, I think.
I've decided I'm
Well,
literate.
that's not determined yet. You
Oh,
could be illiterate
shit.
if you choose.
All right. Well, I might be literate. We'll see how it goes. All right, cool. So I guess first thing's names, right?
First thing, you can name yourself, but if you'd like, you can save that for later. When you have your concept, the name might come from it.
Very well. So concept. What do we got as options for our concept? Is this just like an archetype? Is this just like, and I'm a wanderer?
What are you thinking?
That's exactly it.
Okay.
You can be, a soldier, a sorcerer, a random guy.
Random guy is really speaking to me.
Think the various heroic archetypes and tropes that you've seen through the years.
Before I continue on that, question concerning Rich and me. Do our characters know each other? Have we been training along each other?
Yes, you'll be part of the same retinue. So you will both be part of the same Dragon-Blooded's retinue.
Perfect.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm going to say I'm being trained up as a bodyguard, because I'm going to be basically just there to be like, this cold, terrible place. I'm here to wrap my hands around the troubles and squeeze until they're gone.
Okay, nice matter-of-factly doer. Cool.
So if you want to be a political person, I'd be training to be a bodyguard.
Yes, and this is one thing that I will say. You don't necessarily need to both be super combat people. I would recommend having a weapon skill, but there's no reason.
Yeah, I mean, we've been trained, so it makes sense that we have some ability. But
like,
yeah,
I will take a little bit of schooling too, so I'm like, I know about this weird thing, but only this thing. All other books book.
Something else worth noting in the world is that this is a matriarchal society. So it's not necessarily a bad
That was
thing.
your reaction.
Can I roll female?
Yeah, if you would choose to, that's fine.
All right. Appreciate the open-minded.
This is because men are seen as being too hot-headed, too emotional. So,
well, what the hell do they know?
The war is left to them, and the women rule.
Yeah, they have to think about how to not have chaos happen.
They make the decisions, and we
smash.
do the stuff.
Correct.
Okay. Interesting. Well, maybe I'm not a leader type then, because I'll never get a seat. I'll always be paid 30 cents on the dollar in comparison, and... sorry, it's getting a little too political. Sorry.
There is, in fact, one Dragon-Blooded house that is led by a man. He's still called the Matriarch in deference to the Empress, but...
Is he bothered by it? Is he like, come on, guys, you know what, I'm a dude. Can we just... once in a while call me a patriarch.
Matriarchal is just synonymous with power.
Okay.
Different connotation here.
All right, very well.
So then for you, being a more militaristic, fighty person, you might consider House Kathak to be your house. They are the strongest military house in the realm. They can field the largest number of legions in any house and use its military might to keep the jade funneling into the coffers.
I will consider this, but I'm thinking that I will be from your house, and then that way if you are Week's Magic Man, I'll just be like, this is Weak Magic Man. And then if you are in the Magic House, I'll just be like, I do not care what the rest of you like or care for. I do this because I'm good at it.
Okay.
So now I have to decide on something, huh?
Yep. I chose the easiest.
Yeah, you took it so easy. You're like, and I'm a fighty dude. And I'm like, I could have been a fighty dude.
You know, there's no reason you have to make it complex either. If you want to be a sneaky dude, that's fine. If you want to be a fighty dude too, you can, but...
Yes, we can both be looking after one person. Maybe trying to get them to be big, powerful places.
Yes, looking over the one person who is probably stronger than either of you because he's dragon-blooded already, but that's fine. As far as age, you'll probably be between 14 and 20.
Okay, cool.
In the midst of hormonal growth.
14 and 20 is die 6. We just roll this.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, friend computer dice. No, that's not that.
Yeah, no, do it. Yeah.
Call back.
It's not that, but it's all right.
I am the 17.
I am
20.
20.
Excellent.
Old man.
Shut up! Okay, so I am 20, and I'm going to be a...
Now you can be the face type too. You know, you could be a Godfather type character, pulling the strings in the background. You could be the socialite in the foreground, schmoozing it up.
I'm going to be... And I'm trying not to fall into, like, other archetypes that I normally do. So I'm going to be, let's see, in this world where the matriarchs are the leaders, and there's impending doom all over the place.
Yes. But you are from the realm. You are from the stability. I mean, sure, it's in the midst of civil war right now, but...
Not yet.
Not yet. Almost, but not yet.
I'm going to be a archaeologist.
Archaeologist. Excellent. Okay. So you're an explorer type. You're someone who is probably a little more learned, but obviously needs some of those physicals in order to be able to
handle myself in the questionable environment I may or may not find myself in, while trying to find more info out for my household to hopefully push them along in the rise of power to make an impact and difference against the anathema.
Is there anathema other effects?
Are there anathema artifacts? Yes.
It does. See, this makes sense. We got to places where we'll probably get killed, but we find the good things. Bring it back, lots of prestige, or die terribly, but it's a good,
exactly.
live in misery and obscurity, or,
Exactly.
The time when the demons reigned was a time of vast wonder. Things from that age are phenomenal, beyond any of your comprehension. Of course, there were the walking murder machines going around killing people, but...
Oh, yeah.
Take some, leave some.
Well, of course, the goal is you find the good ones, you put them in a museum. You find the bad ones, you disable.
Use them to your house's benefit.
Well.
Yeah.
Great.
Well said.
Now that you both have a concept, first thing that you're going to do is you're going to select your primary attribute.
Okay.
So you're going to see that there are 3 groups of attributes. They are the physicals, the mentals, and the socials. Rank those 3 groups from 1 to 3.
Well, I know what your 1 is.
Very charismatic, Sergey.
Yes. So as an archaeologist, is the physical more important to you, or is the mental? I imagine it's not the social.
No. So it's the mental for me. Brainy character again, goddammit.
Oh, you're always doing it.
Is your name Ted?
Not yet. All right. Yeah. Intellect, physical, and social.
I reversed here. So physical, social, and then mental list. I'm actually very friendly. I'm just very willing to kill you if I have to. This is the world. It's the way of the world. It's not personal.
Right. Great. It's a hand we're dealt.
So, on your sheet, the first bubble should be filled in for every single stat, correct?
Mm-hmm.
In your primary attributes, you're going to assign 6 more dots, however you'd like across those 3.
Don't like that.
2.
Now, something to mention is you will have the ability to buy some of these up later with bonus points, so to round out your concept.
So you get 6 in your first.
You get 6 in your first, 4 in your second, and 3 in your third.
Okay.
How many in second?
Cool. That makes. I'm sure I'll regret this stat build, but it makes sense to me. So, who cares?
Okay.
How many in the last one?
3.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 3's rough.
Let's just do one in
Wait,
each.
so it goes 6 to
4.
4 to 3.
Yep. While Craig's finishing up, Rich, what did you select?
I have how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 in strength, 1 in dexterity, 3 in stamina. I am charismatic 3, appearance 3. I do not lie. I see no reason to lie. Things are what they are. And then I am. I kind of pay attention, and I can read. And I'm as witty as if necessary.
Okay.
So I have 1 in all of those.
Nice.
And Craig?
So I've got 2 in strength, 3 in dexterity, 2 in stamina. So I'm not fantastic, but I do a little work.
You can get out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah. I have 3 in charisma, none in manipulation, and 1 in appearance.
Oh
wow!
That's so very honest. Yeah. It's good.
and I have 4 in perception. I have 2 in intellect and 3 in wits.
Okay, great. So, you're going to see below there a very, 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 very long list of abilities. You get a total of 28 points to spread amongst them. None can be put higher than 3.
Okay.
Oh, none can be higher than 3.
There's boxes next to them. Is
what
that
does
anything
war
of note?
mean?
Means exactly what you think it means. You're good at anything related to war.
Oh, it's like,
Yes.
oh, this is catapult. This.
That would be leading men.
Oh, it would be more like strategic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Leading your battle group or strategizing before
I get.
and you'll see those bubbles again, so fill in the bubbles for how many dots you've got.
Which one of these is literacy?
Linguistics. Right. In order to be able to read, you need 1 dot in linguistics.
All right. I see a lore box.
Mm-hmm.
Is that open-ended lore, or is that lore in general?
This is lore in general. What you'll have later is an option to specialize.
Mm-hmm.
If you make a roll that is within your specialty, you get a bonus die.
Okay.
So basically the way that the system works, it'll be the attribute plus the ability, and that's how many dice you will roll. If you roll a 7 through a 10, it's a success. But if you roll a 10, on most rolls, it doubles.
Oh.
So a 10 will be 2 successesses.
Okay, that's cool.
I did not hear anything you just said.
Yeah, I'm aware.
7 to 10 is a successful.
Not it's fine.
We're off to a great start.
Yep.
Integrity. What the heck is that?
Integrity is for social combat.
Also, if someone's like, you're a pea baby, and I'm like, you're a pea baby, and I punch them because they wanted me to punch them.
Yes. So integrity is your ability to resist social influence.
Oh, jeez.
We are bad at lying, so maybe we should be good at not getting goaded.
What's presence?
Presence is your ability to inflict social things on other people. So when you are trying to impress on somebody that they should really do what you want them to do, that'd be presence.
Interesting.
Resistance.
Dodge seems pretty straightforward.
Dodge is pretty straightforward.
What's the resistance?
So resistance is actually your ability to cope with pain, disease, fatigue. So your physical hardiness. And as I said, I would recommend 1 combat skill. You don't necessarily need more than 1.
As far as combat skills, I see thrown, I see archery, I see brawl.
And melee.
Oh, and there's
melee.
Okay.
Martial arts.
Mm-hmm. Martial arts is special.
Oh.
Do not take martial arts.
Oh.
Because, number 1, I will
Racing.
kill you because it is the most complicated ass thing.
Noted.
As long as you're not going to have anybody.
I like.
But also you can't
quivering
take...
palm me.
In order to get martial arts, you actually need a merit.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have this yet.
Correct.
No one will teach us their special quiver palms.
You could purchase that merit later in character creation.
But we won't, because you will hate us.
Yes, very true. No need for you
Not
to
advantageous
learn
to
all
them.
that complex stuff.
Oh, jeez. It's getting tight. It's getting a little tight.
Yeah. 28 sounded like so much, didn't it?
I feel like I'm pretty good.
Another one that could be useful is awareness, if you have not taken it.
Socialize is straight up the ability to socialize.
Yes. So, socialize. The way that this works is for social combat, you're going to want to find out what's important to the other person, and then use that to influence them to do things. Socialize helps you do that.
Oh, no.
Socializes your understanding of the social context.
Occult?
Occult would be your knowledge of occult stuff.
The supernatural?
Yes, the supernatural, magic in general. It's also your ability to identify artifacts, and eventually, possibly, the ability to create your own.
It's probably up my alley. Shit. Okay.
It is also how you would eventually gain the ability to work sorcery. However, you would need to be born with that, which will determine if you were.
Oh, man!
As I mentioned, you will have bonus points later that you can spend in order to get more skills. But...
All right, then screw it. I'm going to keep what I got.
Cool.
I'm good.
You both spent 28?
Yes.
Cool. Now, in those abilities that you spent your points on, select 4 specialties. So pick a skill, define a specialty. These are free form, but they should be suitably narrow. Like, fighting outside would not be a suitable specialty. However, fighting in an urban environment could be.
Would we put this under additional abilities?
You'll see that there's a line next to it.
Oh, I see.
Just write it in the line.
Okay, so for 4 of them, whatever your specialty is in relation to that category.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
So for awareness, could I put, I don't know, like being ambushed? Like the hairs on the back of my neck, like are usually like my telltale sign of like,
Sure.
something's off and dangerous.
Yeah. So in that case, it would help you if you're being ambushed on your join battle roll, but it wouldn't necessarily it wouldn't help you if you know that you're about to get into a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Does that sound valuable? Is that a good one, George?
Yeah, could be.
I think there's 4.
4. Yep.
I'm gonna take brawl more than one opponent.
Man, I don't even know the environment of this game, but so like I wonder how specific I'm gonna get. But the next one that comes up to me is like dodging traps.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'll say dodge for traps.
Yeah. In which case, it's not going to help you when somebody swings a sword at you, but it will help you when you're walking along that tomb and
something unfortunate and precarious happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Is investigation clues too easy? That's
a little bit too loose.
All right. Okay, very well. Occult artifacts.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. In which case, it's not really going to help you with spirits or anything like that, but it will help you when you have to make a roll for artifacts.
Sure. Okay, cool.
Integrity taunts. Like if someone's like, come and get it. I'm like, this is a dumb idea.
So,
okay.
I fight on my terms.
Right.
Sure.
Not goatable.
Athletics, jump.
You love your
I
jumping.
love jumping.
Good God.
I love jumping.
And then I do presence convincing, like in pleasant way. It's not convincing like, oh, you do this. I'm like, come on, you help out.
So presence charming?
Charming.
All right. Is if I am trying to be like, come on, don't make this hard.
Yeah.
Or would that be socialize?
Hey, both.
Are you talking for convincing? Presence is
socialize convincing? I thought
socialize is more about socialize is more of the social investigation.
Yeah, so I learned that the man has a son, and I say, wouldn't your son want you to do this? Be a good man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then what's presence?
Presence is your ability to make them do what you want to do, either through goading or fear or cajole.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Presence is the ability to effectively lead, intimidate, or persuade through force of personality.
So he's persuade.
I'd like to choose stealth villains. Can I just choose that? And I'm just always better against villains?
No, but you could do.
You'll know when that comes to effect when I call somebody a villain. We really got to get those villains.
Villain.
You could do something like stealth, ancient sites, or something like that for when you're.
Brawl is everything fist fighting, right?
Correct. Are you both going to be brawlers?
I'm kind of into it.
You'll be good at one person. I'll be good at 2 people. That way we always have.
Oh wait, you chose brawl. You chose brawl.
I'm good at multiple brawls.
Yeah, you chose brawl for 2. Right. Okay.
2 close quarters brawling. No one likes to fight in the field. It's boring.
Man, I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what? Pass.
Take melee whip. Just really go hard then.
Yeah. Lean into Indy. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
No time for love, Dr. Jones. Let's see. I will choose. I don't know.
Well, what skills did you pick?
I chose athletics, awareness, brawl, dodge, integrity, investigation, linguistics, melee, occult, presence, resistance, socialize, stealth, and throne.
You take athletics running for getting away from big boulders and slamming down doors.
That's not bad. All right, I'll take that. Athletics running.
All right. So then the next thing will be for you to select some merits for yourselves. All right. So just going through some merits here, which could be useful. This is stuff like allies or contacts. For you, something like danger sense. Probably very fitting.
Sounds about right.
It's your sixth sense that warns you when you're in danger. Gives you a bonus die on rolls to detect danger.
Cool. I'm into it. Danger sense it is.
For you, the big fighty man, you might consider something like giant, which literally makes you...
You've already sold me.
So, your danger sense is a 3-point merit. So put 3 dots next to it. You're going to get a total of 7 points right now, and you can buy more later if you choose to. Giant is 4.
Jilm is the big man with the big 4 points.
What does it actually do? I'm taking it. This is irrelevant.
Oh, now you gotta know.
What it does is it gives you an extra health level.
Oh.
Nice.
So you're a big boy.
It also makes it harder for you to disguise yourself because you're a giant.
Because you're notorious.
My manipulation is also 0, so
You walk through a door and you get stuck in the little doorway.
It also gives you the benefit of being between 7.5 and 10 feet in height.
7.5 or 10 feet is how many inches?
30 inches?
Oh, it's perfect.
So then based on your specialty for running, you might consider fleet of foot. Which is adding an additional die to all rolls depending on sheer foot speed, notably rush, disengage, and withdraw actions.
I mean, that sounds great.
But you, of course, would like to know other stuff. You can also purchase languages with this. I don't think influence really fits either of you.
Not exactly. What about like researching though, and like getting info and like being perceptive? That's kind of also my shtick.
I'm 8'8".
Oh my gosh.
Also, something else to consider is resources. So, how wealthy are you?
Oh.
If you're wealthy.
I'm probably average. I'm doing all right. I'm not falling behind.
So then, for your knowledge base, you might consider something like contacts or a mentor.
I'm into contacts. What's contacts? I presume I get contacts, right?
Yes, you get contacts. Yes, you can now see better.
Ooh, you know what? As a guy who wears glasses, it was a life changer for me.
Yeah. What it is a network of contacts willing to feed you information. The number of dots determines how widespread it is. So if you want to be able to
dump 4 right into it and call it a day, is that what you're
you
telling
can
me?
buy 1, 3, or 5. So for you, you're going to get 3.
Contacts 3.
Which still allows you to span basically in a full direction. So you're going to be heading to the north, so it would make sense for you to have contacts in the north.
Okay. It gives me 1 point remaining.
It does.
But give him something.
Is 9...
Give him something.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm 9'3". I was wrong.
9'3"? Oh my gosh.
I did bad math.
You gotta get special rooms for you.
It might be 9'1". He's 20 inches.
It's literally whatever you choose.
No, I do the roll.
Yeah. Clearly.
Things that could be useful for you. How much into the fighty do you want to go? Is there, or are you more about being strong?
I like being strong, picking up cards, throwing them at people.
Well, then there is Mighty Thu.
There's one shtick I love, and it's being strong, and it's target for me immediately. You dumb giant Russian buffoon.
So it's Mighty Thu, which lets you add the rating that you have in this to your strength when it comes to doing feats of strength. Oh, that's awesome. So you can spend 1 to 3 points for that. So you could spend the rest of yours if you choose to.
What else do we have? I might do this.
You could get a little pet with your familiar. You could get...
Wait, you want a little squirrel that talks to you?
He's overdone.
You
Space
could get
hamster.
Iron stomach if you're particularly good at eating things.
Or just like I don't care about poison.
Right.
Pretty much. You get bonuses to your resistance as well as survival checks for foraging.
You know what? We do Mighty to Iron Stomach one.
Okay. There is also Toxin Resistance if you would like to just straight up do that.
This will mix. I like this.
It's actually Toxin Resistance is a little too expensive for you right now.
Oh,
We don't know this.
Strong Lungs is another option if you took Athletics to 3.
But for now, we will go with Iron Stomach.
Great.
As it fits character.
And now you still have 1 point left.
1 point.
Okay.
Give me something good.
Give you something good. You like getting lost?
No, I don't like getting lost.
You like direction sense?
Sounds cool.
Especially for you.
I've got like an internal compass kind of thing.
You are never completely lost. You are always able to determine your orientation relative to the 5 poles, the 5 elemental poles. You always know you're facing and act as a living compass. Lowers the difficulty on all attempts to navigate toward a fixed known location or to retrace your steps by 2.
Sure, I'm into that. Unless you got something else.
Now that we are...
Oh, I've got plenty of things. You want a pet?
I was trying to sell the talking squirrel to him. I'm not.
Isn't there one where you can speak to animals? Is there one where you can speak to animals in the merits?
No. You could also do quick draw if you want to get more of the fighty stuff to be able to get your shit out.
Hey, are there guns in this?
What? There are not traditional guns. What there is are, I think they're called fire sticks or flame pieces, where it's basically a flamethrower instead of a gun.
I like quick draw. But the natural compass thing is...
Yeah, I feel like this is really good.
Pretty great.
Direction
and you got
sense,
most of the combat-y stuff taken care of. I mean,
unless I die terribly instantly.
Well, all right. On that note, maybe quick draw is the right one after all. I'm going quick draw.
Now we get lost.
So quick draw 1, I assume, because you have 1 point left. You can buy that up to 3 if you'd like with your bonus points.
Quick draw?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
So the next thing for you to do is to determine your intimacies. So if you look at the second sheet, up at the top.
That's right, folks. There's 2 sheets.
All right, so intimacies. Intimacies describe the important parts of your character life, your long-held beliefs, or your feelings toward other people. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with 4 intimacies. 1 has to be of a defining nature.
Okay.
1 has to be major. 1 must be negative in some way. And 1 must be positive.
Okay, so first one has to be defining.
Mm-hmm. It's something defining about yourself. This could be how you feel about a certain person. It could be your personal creed, some kind of rule that you live by. This is also an opportunity, if you would like, to define your dragon-blooded superior, the one that you're in a retinue with. How do you feel about the person that you work under?
Who do we work under?
That is completely for you. I leave that in your hands.
Oh, we got the option. So what's the parameters for designing the dragon-blooded?
Well, I mean, I'll design the person once you give me the
parameters.
Like kind of like the teachings that we're following. Is that the idea?
The way that your dragon-blooded person is, you're the part of a retinue for a dragon-blooded monk of the Immaculate Order. Okay. That monk, that dragon-blooded, will be from one of 5 elements. Can you guess what those 5 elements are?
Captain Planet has taught me anything.
Wind, water, earth, fire, and then either heart, which is animals, or metal, or magic.
It's not metal. It's definitely magic.
So it is air, water, fire, earth, and wood.
Oh, wood! Wood!
Mm-hmm. Your dragon-blooded superior will be one of those 5 elements as their primary one. Yes, you can choose. And then you can also choose how long Exalted they've been. How long they've been one of these.
Could be
chosen.
Like a novice. This could be like an old school.
Mm-hmm, you could.
That's true.
Well, first element, right?
Yeah. Which you think wood, because we did not see it coming?
Yeah,
me too. Yeah.
Wood. Mm-hmm. So wood. We choose wood.
Okay, excellent.
What can I say? We've got wood.
Why do you do this to us?
50.
All right. So half the normal time.
Half the normal time.
It's 50.
Cool. Okay.
How long did Dragon Blood live?
They can live for centuries.
Oh, fudge.
Okay.
So this one is like 100 years old.
Okay.
Right? Not the youngest.
Sure.
Not the oldest.
In this world, where is that in the parameter of?
It's pretty old. The ones that live to be centuries are not terribly common because, well, of all the things that are out there murdering people.
Right. And they're in the mix and doing things. Wait,
so
20?
20 years.
Yeah, because 50, like half. It's like half. He said it's rare for them to even get to a century.
So we're saying
20.
So
I feel like a little bit in. Not a lot.
So they're about 40.
This makes
So
sense.
20 years
Okay, sure.
past their choosing.
Sure.
Okay.
40. Okay.
And how about a name?
Sure.
And as you have seen, these names are not always names. There are things like Mask of Winter.
Right. Give me a letter.
P.
Okay. So our dragon-blooded monk's name will be let's call him Pluton of the Endless Stream.
Pluton of the Endless Stream.
Yes.
Just like this. This is good.
Interesting.
That's the idea.
I like. It's good.
Are you sure he's not a water?
No.
He's like
Stream of
Willow
life.
Tree.
So, how do you feel about Pluton of the Endless Stream?
Hey, he's all right.
It's a good guy.
Do you have an intimacy toward this person? Yeah, this would be your opinion of them. Could be negative, could be positive. And then how strong is that feeling? Is it a minor, major, defining? Oh boy, he's breaking out the die
I will
again.
roll dice. I make no decisions on that.
Look at that.
Easy. I think he's a good person. I think he's a very good person. I would follow for
You're a major.
Yeah, major.
Okay, so your major, what is your opinion of him? That he is a
major?
good person?
He's not the defining part of my life.
What are you talking about? You just rolled high.
Didn't roll that high.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, what is your actual opinion of him?
I like.
You like?
Yes.
That's pretty wishy-washy.
Because I like. I'm clearly here, ready to fight
Okay.
for.
All right,
so
so-
I'm willing to put life on line.
Right.
So write that down in your intimacies, and then the strength of that intimacy. That can be either your positive, or your major, or your defining if you choose.
No, it's not defining, I would say, but maybe positive.
Intensity would be defining positive, negative, or nature.
That would be defining major, minor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I look up to our monk.
Yeah.
So, admiration or...
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's something that's worth aspiring to.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
So write that down.
for me, is more duty. Is worthy of following.
So he's a leader.
Yes. Is worthy
Okay.
of following for now. Yes.
All right.
I do not expect to be here forever, but you never know. So.
Okay. So then this is also an opportunity for you to create backstory characters, or to build your relationship to Useless Sparrow, or to the Immaculate Order itself.
Useless Sparrow can come.
Useless Sparrow is our.
He's another person.
He's in the retinue.
Yes.
He's just.
Oh, poor guy.
Dude got a rough start.
Let's see. Negative.
So, for me saying that Pluton is admired,
Mm-hmm.
that would categorize as what of my four?
Well, how strongly does that shape you?
I think it's minor.
Minor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody worth looking up to, but it's not like
We have a minor?
life-defining.
Didn't even know we had a minor. No,
Well,
we have a positive.
There are three levels of strength: minor, major, and defining. Positive and negative is just a quality that it has.
I'm gonna say one of my intimacies is that I believe artifacts are the key to finally ending the threat of the anathema.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So how would you structure that as a defining belief, a core of your structure of yourself?
By seeing scriptures and history annals that show the effects of artifacts in place, my root belief is that by discovering, unearthing, disabling, and gaining artifacts for the sake of the cause, they will be the large-scale effects that help us finally defeat the anathema and bring peace and stability to the world.
So, the future lies in the past.
Yeah, right. I'm into that. That's much better than all this gobbledygook I just said.
So we need 4?
You need a total of 4.
I can make that defining.
Yeah, you
That's
can
kinda,
absolutely make that
yeah, that's kind of
defining.
my like MO, right? Okay.
So these will come into play. If somebody tries to influence you, they might tug on these.
Okay.
But these can also serve to be your grounding, how you resist those influences.
Cool. Okay. So Pluton's pretty cool in my book.
So say...
Futures in the past.
Yeah. That's 2.
I lost my
How
dog
do
at
you
a
feel about him?
early age. How do I feel about you? Freak mutant. 9 foot 1 inch, and he talks in an accent that I don't even understand where it comes from. I don't even know if Russia exists here, so that's got to be some sort of area. And he never shows any source of emotion. Just is pretty matter of factly.
Very emotional.
I've never seen you cry in my life, and you never will.
You might see it once.
Yeah,
only one.
Yeah, on your deathbed, we're trapped in a tomb.
My defining is be others' strength. So I believe I am strong for other people to be strong. I see people who are in need. I use strength to help other people in need. My negative strength is I do believe might makes right.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Which means that if someone wins because they are strongest in either military or smartest or whatever their strength is, and they win, I respect this strength. There is no fair, unfair, just, unjust. There is just what is.
Okay. So I want to clarify one thing. When I say negative, I don't necessarily mean something that is against the world, like something that we would see as bad. It's something that you are against.
Oh, I am against this thing. This is different.
So, I mean, with how you're describing it, one of those could be your major and one of those be your defining.
Yeah, this is just a different one.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
then
yeah.
I do...
That's probably defining.
Defining
would be
strength.
health, yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
I value my strength.
And the other one's
for
major.
others.
You are strong so that you can defend others.
Yes. Might makes right is more of a... I'd say
Because
that's
you're
more
better.
neutral. Well, or someone else has proven that they are better at something, and so I'm like, well, you deserve this because you are better.
And it is the responsibility of those who are better to protect those who are beneath them.
Or to use their strength for it. So if you're a conniving money miser and you manage to get lots of money from being conniving money miser, but you are good at your books and people, then in a way you have deserved this. I cannot say, oh, this is not fair. I will not wring my hands and think of lawful way to do something to you. I just accept that you're better at this. Now, if I decide that you are not better at this enough to, let's say, hire lots of guards for me to smash in your door and eventually your face, then you are not as good as you thought.
His accent just shifted dramatically.
It was quite a run-on sentence. You gotta give him that.
Yeah, I do.
There's no periods.
No period.
So then what would be the negative? What's something that you are against?
I do not like those who impose their strength where they know there is weakness, which can be anything. So, for example, if you are a knight and you serving your lord justly, and you push someone out of the way, say, out of the way, peasant, you have now improved. You have pushed yourself in something that you're good on an old woman or a babushka or anything that is like, this is not correct. You know that they're going to move. You know that these things will be okay. When you use your strength against someone who knows weak without giving them a chance to move, often people will move for their betters. They do not want to be smashed underfoot.
So you hate a bully.
You hate strength being abused.
Yes.
But is it abuse when might makes right?
Well, I think that's where the social battle takes place, right?
Yeah, exactly. Is more of a thing where if you put yourself up for abuse, then this is your fault. If you are strength is like a sword to a whetstone. You need to be constantly sharpening it, defining it against things that it needs to meet. If you're not using your strength to meet strength, then you're using it to meet weakness, and you yourself are then proving yourself weak.
So might makes right when two forces clash. The one that is meant to win, the one with the correct position, is the one that is stronger. But when you turn that strength on the farmer in the field, who is beneath you, they're beneath your might.
Exactly. Now you are. If you trick a child into giving you its life savings, you are not a clever miser, man. You are now be punched.
You will now be punched.
You are now
Wise
be
word.
punched.
Oh, you are now be punched. You are now be punched.
Slogan.
Right. You are now. Make that a T-shirt. Everybody buy that T-shirt. You are now be punched. Schwarzenegger would love this. All right.
Now, what about you?
Oh, I don't know.
Now, he went very much for his defining credo. You don't have to. You can define people. You've already
What kind of races exist in this world?
Why you do this to us?
I thought I just go straight forward and make him a racist against one race.
Ooh, I hate those fae.
right.
I mean, fae is pretty easy.
Those dirty, treasure-stealing fae.
There's the Spotties, who are basically humans, but with panda spots over them. And small.
Like literally panda, like on eyes and...
Yes.
And they're small.
Yes.
But they're humans.
They're humans.
Humans with
I mean,
spots.
some people don't really believe that because they are widely enslaved. There are the Dragon Kings, who are dinosaur people.
Are they Draconian or dinosaur people?
No, they're dinosaur people.
Oh, this is this is wonderful.
Sweet.
Lord Triceratops, this is not
However, this is also a place where gods are in everything. So there is a god of your table. And with gods being personified, there are those gods that get busy with people. So there are also the god-blooded who are descended from gods.
I would like to be one of those. I would like some god power.
Sure. You are god-blooded descended from the spirit of the Scarlet Toilet.
Damn it.
why did you do this to yourself?
Why'd the Scarlet Toilet have to have sex with people? All right. I'm going to go straight forward because you put it out there and I saw it. So I'm not cool with slavery. I hate slavery.
Cool. Slavery is a fairly widespread thing.
I think it's disgusting. I think if people were going to work for you, you should have probably gained their loyalty instead of bought it.
I like it. I like it because it was also probably rare in the world. People are like, what a weird concept you have.
So then how does that fit with your concept of might makes right? If this person has been enslaved because they were weaker and they were defeated, does that make slavery okay?
I guess as long as you're not overly mean to your slaves. Yeah, probably. I mean, if it's part of the world, then I'm going to be like, yeah, this is totally cool.
As long as you're tucking them in and kissing them on the forehead.
Yeah, you're
making sure the chain isn't on too tight. But
because once they've been enslaved, they are then one of those weakers that should not be abused.
You're taking care of them. You're supposed to take care of them. It's the same as if you are a king and you have subjects or a parent to child. However, again, if you impose yourself on them just to be like, oh, this bread isn't hard enough, you start hitting them. Now you're imposing your strength on someone that is notably weaker.
So you are the champion of feudalism.
Yeah, of romanticized feudalism, but yeah, totally.
Just take it. So, I'm cool. I admire Pluton. The future is in the past. Hate slavery. And love making money.
So you have a positive, a defining, a negative. You still need your major? Or was your Pluton 1 your major?
That one is my positive.
I think Pluton's my positive.
And how strong is that feeling? Is it a minor?
It's minor. So I need something. I need something major about me, about like how I am.
Or it could be how you feel about your family. It could be how you feel about him. It could be how you feel about the Empress or the realm itself. It could be about anything.
What's the deal about the Empress? What's the deal about her? Oh wait, no, she's gone.
She is missing for 5 years. Were you loyal to her? Are you happy that she's gone? Are you on? Which part of the brewing civil war are you on? Are you one of the ones who believe that she ruled with an iron fist and was too cruel in her use of power, and that now that she's gone, this is a chance for people to rise?
Roll up all those spotted slaves.
Well, I just gotta ask. Was she cruel?
Oh yeah.
She was?
I mean,
she turned on a defense grid, killed most people, including Faye.
But the defense grid is like the Mac Daddy of artifacts, too, right?
Yes, it is.
That's
ends
kind
justify the means.
Right. Kind of my thing.
While she has promoted a society that is pretty brutal, she did also establish a stable
foothold for
creation,
existence.
for life to flourish.
I think I'm into it. I think I'm digging the Scarlet Empress. I think she's okay in my book.
Okay. Is it enough to be a major?
Yeah, I would say I think that she has proven, she's given me a foundation that the artifacts can truly become the way to finally beat back the anathema, proving that there is such a variance of power between them. Should that one have been the one to be used? Probably not. However, it needed to be done. We can do better now.
So she is the proof of concept.
Exactly.
He's good.
Ooh, that sounds pretty major.
Yeah, it does.
All right,
Sounds like you're an ends justify means kind of person.
Yes, he is. He very clearly is.
Scarlet Empress is cool in my book.
Once you're done writing that, find the willpower.
Got it.
Got it.
You get 3 points of willpower. So fill in those little bubbles. And then find your health at the bottom. You get 7 health levels. There should be a -0 on there already. You then have 2 -1s, 2 -2s. You get an extra 0, I believe, because you took Giant. So you got your 2 -2s, a -4. And then incapacitated. So you can just make an I there. So, as you take damage, those little boxes get filled in. And
rolls get harder.
You got it.
Cool. So we get that status condition of the minus based on how injured we are.
Yep.
It makes sense.
Okay.
Yep. Your
Cool.
essence rating should be 1. You have no essence pool. And now you get to spend your bonus points.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bonus points. Give me the
Bonus
goods.
points.
Yes.
If you would like to buy a dot in a primary or secondary attribute, it's 4 points. If you would like to buy a dot of a tertiary attribute, it's only 3. That way you can round yourself out a little more. For just any ability, it's 2 points.
Okay.
If you want a specialty, it's 1 point.
Specialty.
Those are those things.
Oh,
that you
word,
work
word.
at.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think you want to come up with any more
Nope.
specialties.
I had a hard enough time.
And merits are 1 point per dot. If you want more willpower, it's 2 points per dot. And that's all you need to worry about. You get 21 points.
Oh, no. More math. More
Yep.
math. 21 points.
What I would recommend
Yeah.
is take a look at your abilities first.
Okay.
Because those are the ones that are going to have the biggest impact. Your attributes. Your attributes are going to have the biggest impact.
And for primary, it was 4, and tertiary,
For primary and secondary, it's 4. For tertiary, it's 3. So if you want to raise those socials at all,
my socials.
Can.
Okay.
or your socials are your mentals.
And my perception, see better.
Yeah. And then abilities are 2 points per dot. So basically, if you're considering raising an ability, and it would impact 2 of your so many A's. If you're thinking about raising an ability, if there's an attribute that would also affect it, so like say strength for your melee or whatever it is, if that would also be useful for another one of your skills, then raising that might be better because that's the same as increasing 2 abilities by 1. This is also a chance if you want to increase your merits that you took earlier.
Yes,
Or to take any additional ones that I mentioned.
What does willpower do?
Willpower is what you can spend in order to resist social effects, as well as certain status effects, or to shape magic if you ever learn sorcery.
Okay. And willpower is 2?
Correct.
I'm going to buy one of those.
You can go above 3 now, yeah?
Okay. For the abilities as well, yes, you can now go up to 5.
Let's think about what this guy is about, right? Being able to get the info, notice what's going on, and be able to survive and handle the situation. So I'm going to give myself my last point of perception. So I got a fat 5 in perception. And that's 4 points, right? Because that's my primary.
Correct.
What the dexterity? Is that for like throwing and shooting and stuff?
It's also for dodging.
So I'm going to buy another point in that.
Dexterity actually also helps with your attack.
Oh, it does? Okay, cool.
It doesn't help with damage. It helps with your ability to hit.
Right, I presume strength
So
is
strength
the kill point.
You got it.
Got it.
Now we know where the list 4 go.
So let's see. I got willpower. I put another point in perception.
You spent all 21?
Hold on.
Oh, wow. You're so fast.
I know what I'm about. I chose easy thing. Yay, going for easy things.
That's smart. I'm sitting here spinning wheels, freaking out about all these points. So I'm going to put another point into charisma, and I'm going to give myself another point of strength, so I can buy 2 abilities. I'm going to buy 1 point of medicine, because I didn't have that before, and I have a feeling that's probably useful for when we eventually get our asses kicked. And then I'm going to top 1 more point out in investigation.
Now, you should see a box on there that says join battle somewhere.
Yeah, I sure do. Yes. Oh, well, it's a line, but it's not.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, health and defense, join battle.
Total your wits and awareness, and fill in that number. Is there a space for a withering attack somewhere?
In weapon name?
Yeah.
Weapons.
Okay. So for the withering attack, what weapons are you using? You're a brawler.
I like to use hands, but I do have weapons just in case. Can't touch everything.
Okay. What weapon do you want to use?
I feel like club is appropriate.
A club. A hammer or a straight up club?
Big wooden club, yeah, club.
I wasn't too far off when I called him a freak mutant earlier. He genuinely is just carrying pieces of wood and whacking people to death. In a freakish whack-a-mole.
I don't use the wood if I don't have to. If I can, I use gauntlets and just punch people. But sometimes you have to be not near something.
Still a whack-a-mole game, do you? Everybody's lower than you. You just bonk them on the head.
Oh, you tiny children. Run, children.
Don't call me children.
Put your children.
So are we talking like a straight up Tetsubo?
Like the thing with the studs on it.
Yeah,
I like that.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. So go ahead and write that down in your...
Tetsubo.
I would assume that is a heavy weapon.
Yeah, I would assume it is.
Cool. So your accuracy is 0 for that.
Yeah, makes sense. It's not an easy thing to do.
Damage is plus 11. For your decisive, it is just straight up dexterity plus the weapon. So again, same thing because you have a 0 for your weapon. And then the damage is the plus 11.
Sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah, that means 11 dice of damage.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
That's why I told you to bring lots of d10s.
Right, yeah, okay.
So now for you, what kind of weapon do you use?
Primarily, I'm probably using a, like a short sword.
Like a short sword? Okay. Would you like a light short sword or medium? This is a mostly cinematic game, so you can describe your sword however the hell you want.
Yeah, like a light short sword.
So then yours is going to be your dexterity plus your melee, plus 4 for the accuracy.
And that's where I put
for
the
withering. Mm-hmm.
So it's dexterity plus
melee
plus
4. Decisive, it'll be just your dexterity plus your melee, and then the damage is plus 7.
How much would gauntlet be?
Because he's a punching man.
I don't
be a
like
light weapon.
Yeah, I do not like to actually use club. Club
so
is for special.
Light weapon will follow the same calculation that he used right there.
I would also like a ranged weapon of some sort, though.
Cool. What ranged weapon skill did you take?
It's 1 point from...
Me too. Nice.
So what kind of ranged weapon would you want? Would you want like a chakra, a dart, needles, shuriken, sling?
Shot put.
A staff sling, war boomerang.
Shot put.
So a stone.
Shot put.
But
for you, what do you do as well? Yeah.
I'll probably go with I think I'll go with the sling.
Just the regular old slang?
Yeah, some classic traditional boys will be boys.
So that's a light weapon.
I feel like this is hate crime against me.
So it's pretty much the exact same stat.
It's gonna yes, it's gonna be pretty much the exact same, but your accuracy will decrease depending on how far away the thing is.
Got it.
And you're using a rock, a rounded rock.
No, he's iron rock. This is heavier.
Iron rock. So you're going for a full-on heavy thrown weapon.
If I hit, you're gonna know.
Yeah, right. You'll remember. You
Cool.
will not like.
So then you can use the exact same calculation that you used before.
Perfect.
You'll see parry and evasion. Your parry is your dexterity plus your combat ability divided by 2.
So whatever combat type you're in.
Exactly. Probably melee most of the time. Plus your weapon's defense, which for you is -1. For you is +1.
Unless it's gauntlet.
Unless it's gauntlet. Your evasion is dexterity plus dodge divided by 2. And here's a question. Do either of you wear armor?
Yes.
What kind of armor?
Light leather armor.
Light leather armor.
Yeah, you like that? It's a little verbal warm-up. Light leather armor. Light leather armor. Light leather armor.
So do you see soak?
Yes.
So your soak is your stamina plus your armor soak as a light is 3. So your stamina plus 3. Do you wear armor?
Yes, I wear armor. I probably wear like studded leather.
So medium. So that gives you a mobility penalty of -1, which affects your dodge.
Yeah, we do light armor. That's
Okay.
We don't have a lot of...
Would natural soak be your dodge? Is that what that is?
Natural soak would be your stamina.
Oh, just be your stamina. Okay.
Yep.
And then armored soak is your stamina plus
3 for your light.
plus
armor.
3. Okay.
Yep.
We'll do this.
And hardness, if there is a hardness on there, is 0. Your guile is manipulation plus socialize divided by 2. Your guiles are going to be very, very low.
Wait, it's what?
Your manipulation plus socialize divided by 2.
1.
Rounded up.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I don't think guile's your thing.
I'm not here to be sneaky.
Your resolve is wits plus integrity divided by 2. Rush is dexterity plus athletics. Disengage is dexterity plus dodge. The last thing for you to do is name yourself.
Uh-oh.
I'm Smiling Mountain. Don't be sad, friend. It's okay. Do you know why it's okay?
Why is it okay?
Because I need.
Shut your All Might face up immediately. Russian All Might face. The red son of my hero. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see. I gotta figure out a name. Let's see.
Wow, I wish I could show you guys the look of concentration on his face.
Because I'm trying hard to figure out a good name. Okay. Alright, give me a letter.
D.
Give me another letter.
B.
My name is Dirham.
Okay.
Dirham Baroth.
Dirham Bra, and
Smiling Mountain.
I'll write that down, Mr. Bra.
Baroth.
Ah.
Baroth.
Ooh.
I would not make my last name a slur to say bra. I'm Dirham, brah.
What's up, Dirham, brah?
It's just Dirham, brah. Artifacts are the key.
Who's that? Oh, it's Dirham, brah.
That's Dirham, brah.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our show. New episodes of our main campaign will be coming every first and third Monday of the month, but every fifth you'll get another special adventure. There's more to hear though, so stick around for the rest of this week's mission. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. If you prefer to listen to your audio content in video form, you can find us on YouTube at The RPG Blender, along with more video content. If you would like to support us, giving us a share or an honest review on iTunes is a great help to a new channel. We do have a Patreon if you feel especially generous, but the best way to support really is to help us get in more ears. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey, copyright 2012, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution license. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.
We do have minutes. He is light.
Yes, yes. He is one to do that.
I'm what?
Said you are giving us minutes now.
Yes.
You know he listens to these.
That is later problem.
All right,
This is one shot.
that's a fair point. All right, what do we got here for merits?
All right.
As he's rewinding the track. Just
My
listen.
deception.
Just gotta listen to a voicemail. Rich, you son of a bitch.